Welcome back to the channel. I'm Rochelle and this is Brampton Gardener, and today's episode is about my holiday plant haul. So my husband went to Rona, which is like a Canadian version of Home Depot or Lowe's, and he went on Friday, which was Christmas Eve, and they were marking everything down. So everything was listed as 75% off, which means that these lovely poinsettias were listed at $2. But when he went to the checkout, they were actually only $1 a piece. So he bought me 4 poinsettias and this lovely, lovely little lemon cypress. So I have them over by the window, but I just pulled them here because it's way too bright to film at the window. So here are the varieties that we have. This one is a really pretty kind of soft pinky shade. This is a nice cream one. And then over there in the corner, I have 2 red ones, which I don't really want to move because if you look, these are not in a separate container, right? Like, so these here, you can see they're in like the separate little plastic container. Oh, or it's just coming out. I need to water them. It's in a separate plastic container and then in this pot. So it's fine to stay in that container until I can plant them out in the spring. This, you can see, is also in its separate plastic container, but it's a very, very small pot. So I will be potting this one up when I get my soil and everything out in a few weeks to do some of my soil blocks and all of that. I'm going to be making a mess to do that, so I might as well wait and I'll pot that one up at the same time. But these back here, there's, 3 in each pot. And I'll get one out. Okay, so you can see it better here. There's 3 in each pot, or 4. This one has 4. And there's no drainage hole in this pot at all. It's not in a separate container. And it is pretty much overfilled with soil, so it's very, very difficult to water this. So I take it into the bathroom, and I set it in the sink, and I very, very gently water it. And again, these are gonna have to get transplanted into other containers. I'll probably divide them and put them into smaller containers similar to what the other ones are in when I get all my plant stuff done in January. And then I plan on placing these out in the garden. So last year I had managed to keep, well, I had 3 of them last year, and I kept watering, but seedlings came and I was busy with them, and these guys were sitting in the window. They lost their leaves, they weren't looking so great, and I just kind of ignored them. And so 2 of the pots were in an area where I needed to move some of my seedlings that were larger. So I just took them and chucked them outside. And then there was one that was over on the other side, and I just left it. I thought I'll throw it out another time. I don't have time right now, I was busy. And so I waited, and so like a week later I went over to throw that one out, and I looked and I could see little tiny, tiny nubs on it. And I was like, is this thing still alive? So I watered it, put it in a sunny window, and it took off. And so that is the one that I had in my front planter. So I'll post a few pictures of that. And it got huge in the summer. Like, it was too big to even bring in for winter time. So I'm not going to really probably bother with that this year either, bringing them back in and trying to get them to turn color, because I can get them for such a great price with absolutely no effort. So these are going to go out into my front garden. So they're going to go in, some of them will be in the planters, some of them will be actually in the flower bed in the front, and I might do a few in the back in, I have like a hanging basket that's like full shade, and even the pansies didn't do great there last year because it got too hot for them. So these things don't mind the heat, they just don't want a lot of direct sunlight. So I'm really excited to have, well, I have 8 of the red ones. I think there's 4 in each one. 8 of the red ones, and then 2 of the larger ones. And then the lemon cypress, which I've never grown before. So I think it's so cute. Very excited to see what it does. Now that one needs full sun. So the lemon cypress, I've had it up in my bedroom window because that's my biggest window in the house that gets full sun. So it's gonna stay there, and I'm gonna make sure that it's in a full sun spot in the spring and summer when I plant it out. I'll probably put it in a little container, a little pot somewhere. It'll be really cute. It's very tiny. I think it would make a perfect fairy garden pot. I used to be obsessed with fairy gardens, and I haven't done one in a while, and I really look forward to it. The only problem with the fairy gardens I find is they're not under an overhang, and then the rain kind of can ruin the design. So that's why I usually do a fairy garden in the front in the shade, because it's under the overhang. So I'm not sure if that's going to work very well for a fairy garden planter or not, but that is an idea, and I will take you along for the ride. And I do want to show you my new exciting purchase. These beautiful wax dip amaryllis I bought at Costco. I had had my eye on them for a little while, They come all three wax dipped in this little tray with a little greenery on them, super cute. And the regular price on them was $25. And so I was just like, oh, I don't really have anywhere to put it. I don't know what to do with it. So I didn't get it. And then I came home and I regretted it. And then we ended up going to Costco last week and they had them on clearance for $14.97. So I was very excited. And honestly, in the past, they were like this tall when I got them, like a week ago. So they are growing super fast, super crazy, and the wax dip means I don't have to do anything. I don't water them, I don't do anything. So they're sitting here. Hopefully they're getting enough light. I'll keep rotating them if they don't. But yeah, so those are my amaryllis and my poinsettias and my little lemon cypress. So I think what all of this was less than $20. When I factor in this was 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and okay, that one I think was $2 or $3 for the cypress. He wasn't sure. So not too bad for what, 23 at the most, plus tax. But this over here too, I haven't shown you as part of my Christmas decor, is the see, here's the little tag for the giant amaryllis. So I'm excited about that. This is the pug corner. So we have our cookie jar and we have several couple pug mugs and ornaments, and then my daughter got this cute little hot cocoa ornament at Christmas, and she decided to put it over with the red section. I pull the curtain. This over here is just kind of more of a natural Christmassy vibe. These I kept from my fall decor, and then I have a little wood ones, my crystal little the kid put her little fox here, and the twinkle lights, which always make everything more fun. So that was the other section of the living room, and then the other side, of course, is the village and the Christmas tree and the real pug who's sleeping. Hi, baby. You having a good nap? So thank you so much for watching my little plant haul. Let me know if you got any good deals after Christmas.